You, what's up, man? Hope y'all having a blessed one. Back with another one right here. We got family celebration out of town come to a tragic end. Let's get into this one right here, man.
Back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For the day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. Let's get right into the story. Raising a family can be a tough challenge. If you meet your person, y'all decide to get married and have kids, that right there starts a lifelong journey that can be filled with many ups and downs, good times and bad times. Some fold under the pressure and feel like it's too much to focus on a significant other, kids, work, and themselves. And that's how a lot of divorces come about. But for those who weather the storm, stay down, and understand life is a marathon, it's nothing more rewarding to a mother and father to know you raised good, respectful kids that will add value to society. It says a lot about your parenting, since there's no handbook to raising kids. It shows you did something right through all the growing pains, trials, and tribulations, so a positive outcome is always rewarding. It's things we look forward to as our babies become young adults, like high school graduation, meaning they are now ready to enter the real world and make moves. And for some, even go further and go to college, which for the parent and child should be one of the most exciting and happiest times of their lives. But in this crazy world we live in, we all know smiles can quickly turn into tears and celebrations can turn into tragedy. And unfortunately, a family's joyful day can end in grief. And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, we'll be taking it right outside of the city to the state's capital, Annapolis, Maryland, to discuss a case of a family celebration that took a tragic turn. Back in 2021, the Cummins family were living a fulfilled life down south in Houston, Texas. Husband and wife for 25 years, Miss Michelle Cummins and her husband, Leonard, had succeeded in the American dream. Leonard, who everybody called Truck, had worked hard to provide a good life for his wife and kids. And Michelle, the Louisiana native, had dreams to be exactly where she was at in life. Let's rewind a little bit. Michelle was born on January 5th, 1964 in Columbia, Louisiana. As she got older, she spent time back and forth between Monroe and Baton Rouge. She graduated from Carroll High School in Monroe in 1981 and went on to attend Southern University, where she received her Bachelor's of Science degree in computer science and also made lifelong connections by becoming a Delta. Full of life, she would soon meet the love of her life, Leonard, and the two settled in Texas, had a daughter and a son, and were described as great parents. Michelle attended every school event and was the go-to mother for everyone with a big personality. So fast forward back to 2021, the kids were grown and life was coming around full circle. Their daughter was doing great and their son was making big moves after being accepted to the Naval Academy for football in Annapolis. After a successful high school career playing for Westfield High School in Texas, the family were overjoyed once they found out the news. A celebration was held for all the kids who were going to college, as the community showed Trey love. He gave all the credit to his parents, especially his mother, letting it be known just how much he loved her.
She's probably one of the greatest moms in the world. Aww. I always tell her this. I always tell her I love her. I always give her a kiss on the cheek. I love my mom.
In June 2021, Michelle, Trey, and Leonard packed up as they headed to Maryland so he can be inducted into the academy. Miss Michelle was ecstatic and happy for her son. Once they dropped Trey off, she made a post on social media, letting it be known her joy. As it got late into the evening, the couple headed back to the Graduate Hotel in Annapolis where they were staying at. They decided to grab some dinner and sit outside on the patio. As they were eating, Little did they know, it was a whole situation going on the opposite side of the hotel. A young couple were pulling up on a side street to park after getting something to eat, when two men approached the car, telling the woman, who will call Erica for the sake of the story, like, you and your boyfriend got 5 seconds. As she froze, her boyfriend pulled her out the car before multiple shots went off in their direction. As the shooters fled the scene, somehow the couple were unharmed, but a third person with them was shaken up and called local police. But on the other side of the hotel, Miss Michelle would be down. 2 straight bullets had traveled through trees and a fence and hit her in the chest. As her husband called for help, police responded to the scene, but unfortunately, Michelle had passed away from her injuries. Her husband was in clear shot. He didn't know what happened, only they were having dinner and shots went off. On the street side, Erica spoke to police, but her boyfriend at the time told them he wasn't no rat and he had no rap. He didn't want to talk as he bopped off. She stated she thinks she was targeted by her ex-boyfriend and gave him the name of a young man, Angelo Herrod, who police were familiar with. Angelo, who was already on a box and had just came home from other charges, had a reputation in Annapolis for trapping, but nothing too violent. As the news hit the community, a 57-year-old mother lost her life celebrating her son going to college. People were in shock, and the manhunt was on for Angelo, who had cut off his box at this time, but the following day, he was located at a gas station in the area. As he tried to run from police, he was apprehended and taken in for questioning. He didn't say much, but a search of his house led police to the clothes the shooter had on and DNA evidence. His cell phone also put him at the scene of the shooting. They also had Erica's statement. Angelo was taken into custody, charged with first-degree murder, also resisting arrest. As Michelle's family received the news, they were happy. Someone was in custody, but still heartbroken from what happened. People back home in Texas spoke on how good of a person she was, always in good spirits, there for the kids, not just hers, but everyone's. As her friend remembered her, sending her a picture with her son, even celebrating him being accepted to college for football as well. Trey and Leonard were both devastated, along with their daughter, who had to hear the news while in Florida on vacation with friends. As Michelle was laid to rest in her home state of Louisiana, the family had to soon face the man being accused of the crime. Angelo maintained his innocence as he was held without bail, and Michelle's family showed up to every court date. As the case started making its way to trial, it was 9 witnesses, including Erica, who was the intended target that night. The state showed jurors Angelo's arrest video, also brought up his past convictions, and which would go on to be a hectic and long trial. In the end, Angelo was found guilty on all charges and sentenced to 3 life sentences, which would crush his family, including his mother. She was very outspoken. She stated her son didn't get a fair trial, and it was clearly other people involved. As Erica even told the court, it was 2 men. But on the other side of the courtroom, Michelle's family felt some sense of justice. Her husband thanked the prosecutors and the people in the community who helped solve the case. Trey would be there but remain quiet. But their daughter spoke on her mother's loss. As she stated, it affected her emotionally, physically, and financially, and the case tore her apart. She was happy for a conviction, but she also stated it wouldn't bring her mother back. A day was made on July 15th in which the city of Houston would name Michelle Cummings Day in honor of the mother who lost her life dropping her son off to school. But back in Maryland, Angelo's attorney felt like he was railroaded. They felt like he didn't receive a fair trial. They stated the video that was showed to jurors was edited over a period of months to fit police narrative. They claimed prosecutors used his criminal past and also stated Erica recanted her statement saying Angelo was the shooter. So they filed for an appeal. But as of now, the sentence is being upheld. Rest in peace to Michelle. I send my prayers and condolences to
Man, RIP to Michelle, man. We're gonna go ahead and end this video right here, man. Y'all go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Hope y'all have a blessed one. See y'all on the next video.